everybody, this video is about one of the jobs, Melachot, from the 39 jobs that are forbidden on Shabbat, the Sabbath. As we said in other videos, Shabbat starts at Friday night after sundown, and it ends on Saturday night after sundown. This melacha is called baking or cooking. In Hebrew, it's ofeh. And the meaning of that melacha, and it's very important to know what it means, and it's changing the physical state of a substance by heating it. So the heat plays the biggest role here, the main role here. And we're not allowed to do some changes during the Shabbat to our food by heating it up. Now, what do I mean by the word changing? So if it's something that we already cooked before, let's say I have rice and I already made it before Shabbat, and now I'm just gonna either eat it cold or warm it on a special platter that I will show you soon that is specifically for Shabbat. That's okay, because the rice is already ready, it's fully cooked, and I can eat it technically cold or hot. Maybe it will be yummier when it's hot, but technically I can already eat it. Same for a chicken, same for fish, for, pasta, and so on. But a soup is not the same because it's liquid. And the liquid changes by the heat, or if I put it in the freezer, right, it will freeze, it will change. So the soup or anything that is with liquid, I have to warm it up in order to eat it, because eating it cold, it's like a jello, it doesn't really taste good. So the only way that I can make it eatable is by heating it up. So soup, I cannot reheat on Shabbat. I can put it on my platter before Shabbat, and I can eat it on Friday night, right? But once I took it off the platter, I cannot put it back. Now, if I want to make, let's say, a stew, same thing, or what we call chulent, that is kind of similar to stew with beans or chili, and it has a lot of liquid because it will have a slow cooking, process. So I can put it before Shabbat, and it has to be cooked before Shabbat. But then I put it on the platter, on the griddle, and if I want to eat it on Saturday lunch, let's say, I can leave it all the way from Friday night all the way to Saturday lunch. But once I took it off, if I wanted to eat it on Friday night and I took it off completely from the platter, from the griddle, and I left it off and it's now cooling, I cannot put it back. So if I put it before Shabbat and I want to eat it on Shabbat lunch, that's fine. But once it's off, because it's a liquid, I cannot put it back. Now, when I want to, the same with like if I have a soup and I want to open it up, I cannot put it, once it's on the platter, it all has to stay covered, and I cannot play with it. I cannot take it off and on or open it or nothing. It has to be sealed because the heat is going to change. When I open a liquid, the air goes in and the evaporation, it's all changing again because of the, the heat. So I cannot do that. Other things, as I said, like rice and chicken, or other quiche or whatever I'm making, that I can put on the platter if it has no liquid, and then if I take it off, I can put it again on a Saturday on my platter. Now, about heating, for example, hot water. So I cannot open hot water in my tap on Shabbat. I can use only cold water because, again, the heat, when I'm opening it, it's like heating. I cannot use hot water on my hot kettle. What we do, and I'm going to show you, we use the special hot boiler. You see, it has the special button and I put it on and I put it connected to the electricity before Shabbat, and I cannot play with it. Okay, once it's on, okay, I leave it like that, and I cannot refill water. I have to make sure before Shabbat that it has enough water, and it shows, you know, right here, usually in most of them. And once I put the water in and I close it, I cannot play with it. I cannot, as I said, refill. I cannot unplug it. It just has to stay on for the whole Shabbat. The same with the plater. I have an example. This is just a package of a plater. The plater will have the food on it. And again, I put it in, you know, I put the electricity before Shabbat, I plug it in, and I cannot take it off until Shabbat is over. I have to put it connected and not to play with it, not to turn on and off. We're not allowed to turn on and off fire or electricity. This belongs to another job, but still, so it has to stay. And whatever food I need to put on, I put it before Shabbat. And of course, you cover it. Here they show in the picture that it's open, but you have to cover the food, as I said. Now, how do I make coffee, for example, on Shabbat? I cannot grind the coffee beans. All I can use for Shabbat is instant coffee. And the way that I need to do is called kli sheni. I have to take a cup, fill it with the hot water, then pour it into another cup. And that's where I'm going to make my coffee, with the instant coffee and milk and sugar, whatever I like. Because, again, we don't want to change something with direct heat. So by using one cup, and then from that cup pouring into another cup, this is why it's called kli sheni in Hebrew, like a second utensil, is because I break the action of the heat that comes directly, as I would do on a regular day. With tea, it's a little bit different. With tea, I will have to do, there's two ways. The best is to make a tea extract before Shabbat. So I take a teapot and I make a tea extract inside, either from any tea bags or just from the actual extract. We have different teapots like that. I make it full, and then what I do, I take, let's say this is my cup here. I take 1 cup and pour the hot water in, and I take the teapot with the extract and I pour a little bit in, and that's my tea. So it's like 3. Now, if I don't have a tea extract and I really want to use it, the tea bag, then I have to take 1 cup, fill it in, pour it into another one, and then pour it into a third one that has the tea bag. So for coffee, it's 2. For a tea bag, it has to be 3 cups, and then only the third one I can drink, because the tea bag has leaves that the heat will make the change. So we want to kind of break that pattern. Now, all these physical things that I'm talking about, breaking the action and so on, of course it has deeper meanings, because we know that each job that is forbidden on Shabbat belongs to the 39 jobs that they build the tabernacle in the desert. And those jobs has a lot of negativity. It has the curse that was given to Adam and Chava, Adam and Eve, when they were expelled from heaven, and the earth, and so on. So on Shabbat, a certain energy is coming in, and a very holy energy, very high energy that our soul is being fed from. So during the week, we have to work exactly those jobs to kind of process and make the correction for the curse that all humans got. But on Shabbat, this is our soul time. So all those Melachot jobs are not, we don't even touch it. We want to leave it for the rest of the days of the week. All the best. If you have any questions, please write it down and we'll do our best to answer. All the best.